Hey guys, my name is Nogan and welcome to my Java series. So in today's video, we're going to be focusing on declaring our variables and also look at like the type of variables we have in Java and how we can use them and stuff, because you'll see just in a moment right now like the views, let's say that like the variables eventually in Java, um, they're very similar to C++ in terms of the syntax and stuff, and how we declare them. But guys, if you haven't watched the previous video, we just focus on like learning what is Java, or what is Java files, and also the syntax of Java eventually, and how to create a program in Java. I'll link a card on top there. Go and check that video out, because just there we have like a much more understanding how Java packages or Java files have been stored in the computer in terms of using them as an application or as like in development, if I have to say that. So go and check it out, because you have like more context of information about what is Java files, how they work, and also when you come to this video right now, you have like a much more understanding like where's it going. Um okay, now let's just open up a new um Java program. Awesome. As you can see right now, I've just like opened up a new program here. It's called test main.java. So if you don't understand like what is this fundamentally by definition, the video that I'm gonna link on top there will give you like a much more like just like an idea what's going in Java. But basically what you're seeing here is just like a standard now like application program, almost like a basic program how a Java program looks eventually. There must be a main function or an entry point, just like you're seeing a public static void main. Main is like where now the application is in a run form, which means this is why you're seeing here says to do code application logic here, which means this is where the application will start to run is a complete system and stuff. Now in here, okay. Another thing to note also, Java programs have classes, which means this type of file contains a class. So in this video, I explain more what is it by definition. That's why right now we have this public class, because now this class name here, test main, it's now eventually almost like a package or a file that will be converted into a application, executable eventually. But now in here, in this class, you have to have like a main function. It needs to have like this public keyword to say no, it can be accessed. Like this public means it can be accessed eventually now in this class state, but now it's going to be static, which means it's only going to be the instant of this class to use this function of main, void main eventually. But now in here, I'll declare few variables. Now I'll declare type of few variables in Java right now. So which means will be like of type int. Let's say for example, let me first start with string. Let me say string, right? String name. This is string in last name. I'll declare int age character for CAIAR. Okay, this is 6. Long year and might also use double. Say price. Awesome. So guys, you can see right now here we have similar variables being defined in Java right now. So string is just like a data type. Eventually, it has now the name convention, or the type of, which means the type of variable name here is going to be like the name variable, will have the type of string, which means it can be characters. Now, what you can do also here, same thing, you can also initialize this by saying is going to be, let's say is Nogan, and also let's just say Williams. Awesome. So which means right now your variables you've been defining a string variable is the same as you can see here, but the difference of the declaring now the data type here in Java is that in C++ your string will be basically like it will be a lowercase string. For example, if it will be like string like this, and not uppercase, because you have to have like a string like this. It's a form of like trying to initialize, giving you a variable a data type. It's going to be like, for example, it's going to be string, which contains characters. Okay, so after that, awesome. Okay, now let's also initialize age. Age contains 4 bytes of memory, which means it just contains, let's say for example, it just contains 4 bytes of memory, which means it's just an age, which means it's, if you look at like how in memory, how age is 4 bytes of memory, which means 2 bytes of memory are for negative numbers and 2 bytes are for positive numbers. But now because of it's 4 bytes of memory, which means if your number here is going to be negative by definition, it's still going to be valid because it's still an integer. But because it's 4 bytes of memory, 2 bytes are being allocated now for negative numbers and for positive numbers, as you can see here. Sex just takes character, so it will be, let's say example, M for male. And also now here, long also contains it also contains, is same as double, which means it contains also a form of like integer. For example, it could be your student number, it could be 36451488. So which means it contains like longer integers than only like a limited amount of integers by definition. Now double contains decimal numbers. So let's say example, I'll say now here 100,000.50. This is just a double. Now there's also another key called float. Float is the same, it's also double because it's also double contains 8 bytes of memory, but now float contains 4 bytes of memory. So float and also character have like the same memory location of 4 bytes, but the difference between double and float is that double right now contains only decimal points, but the size allocation of in bytes is 8 bytes for double. So double contains 8 bytes of memory. In float, as example here, let's initialize to 14.25. This contains 4 bytes of memory, because it just okay, let's say float, let's just say it will be let me say not surprise, let me just say money. Yeah, money. So you say money. Okay, the loss convention stuff. Okay, stuff declared and we include the float stuff. Okay, let's just say okay, because now using double also there is fine. Use seriously, it's fine. But now just to minimize any errors. Okay, fine. So basically this is now eventually our few variables that we have here. But let's try and see out eventually like what is in memory, because right now we just initialize these variables, all of them right now here, string variables, int variables, character, and also character, also long, and also double. So eventually if you want to output now these variables, what you have to do, you have to use now the system.out operator or class if convention, which means system, the type system dot operator out dot print. Now as you can see, with like a few types of like print line, print li for line, which means it's options eventually if you want to print an object, string, boolean, character, and stuff. But for us eventually just use this parentheses and just say call, for example, name, and just use plus also. So you can try to print them out individually. For example, let me say like system.out.print line like this, and if I copy this and paste it in a few more times, it's still valid, but now using more lines of code eventually. Let's say for example here it will be last name, and here we'll just say age, and you'll just say here one more time, twice. Awesome. Okay, basically as you can see now, okay, one more time, this now is for 6. Awesome. As you can see, we're using the print. This is in C++, like I mentioned before, we're using now the CL statement like this to print out any information. So in Java, we're using now the system, because system now is eventually a class convention, is like a package eventually. It uses now the function called out as a class form. There's a built-in function called print line eventually is being displayed here by default. So that's why we have this being displayed here. Now, if you come on top here, just clean and build your program item, see if there's any syntax errors. Awesome. Now let's just come to this button here, the one that looks like as a play button, and run your program. So when you run your program now, you see this output being displayed also nicely here. If Nogan, Williams, 23, 23, and also like okay, the information it's like reasonable, but now it doesn't specify what it is by definition. So what you can do eventually to make it much more interesting, if you come in front here, let's say for example here, I'll just say let me just use this curly braces, like use this common say now here, just say name again, and just use the plus sign just to separate them. Just find highlight this, copy this and paste it now here. Awesome. Let's say last name, paste this, age, paste this here, here, paste it a few more times, twice, and one more time. Awesome. So guys, you can see now here, we just want to specify like what those things are. Now this is eventually, if you can see now in this parentheses eventually here, we're using now this string argument here, and also this plus sign to just take just display now the name. The reason why this is allowed by definition, because now if you look at like the main, the public static void main class here, enter point, it contains two arguments. It takes a string argument in the form of an array of args, which means by definition it allows you now eventually, if you look at this, to also like utilize that string argument in your main function, as you can see here, to eventually display a system out by default, which of course is interesting. Now after this, let's just run this and see what's output again now. Awesome, it looks fine, but a little bit like squeeze again. Let me just once again just fix this a little bit. Okay, make a space there, make a space there, make a space there, also here. It needs to be a little bit nice and stuff. Okay, run this again. Awesome. As you can see right now, like the information here looks much more on point. Like we can even say the name is now Nogan. It makes more sense, of course, here, but because now it doesn't look like so cluttered and stuff. So guys, you can see right now, like this is how you declare your variables in Java. You declare them in this way, but now you'll see in our upcoming videos how we try to use building like Adobe Video Engine right now, where I build a complete question from the textbook. Those will be now generic algorithms in Java, how you build a program question from scratch. So it will be the upcoming videos, but it will be in separate videos, because now it's going to be in a separate form, because after the two videos I'm going to be posting after this one, it'll be after the first videos, and it's going to be posted now based on the Java generic algorithms, how you can analyze Java program questions now to build a program and stuff. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative based on the structure. But now, like I mentioned, in the upcoming videos we'll be going more in detail about like how to use all the packages, like how to import keyword, for example, how to import Java files and stuff. So those will be in the next videos and stuff, how to use those things, and how we can have like more packages like this in our program. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment down below with any questions. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel also, and also thank you for watching.